Hey legends, welcome back to another deck profile video. Today we're going to go and talk about Doflamingo. So Doflamingo is actually a really fun deck to play. I quite enjoy it being the green-purple. Green I started off with, purple I have a lot of fun with. This leader's ability isn't too bad. It's set up to 2 of your Don cards as active at the end of your turn. As long as you play something out or rest that Don card, you can set it as active. A max of 2. So whether you might set 1, you'll get that one back active. This deck is actually surprisingly pretty good. I didn't realize how good this deck was. I really enjoy playing it. Let's go through the deck list that I have got. We'll talk about the cards in there, what searches get off those searches. I'll even put the cards up in the video as I'm speaking about them. And then we'll probably go into a Doflamingo matchup with another deck. We'll work out what deck when we get to that end of it. But let's go through this deck profile. So of course we've got the alt art Doflamingo. He's got 4 life, but it's a really good combination green-purple. As you'll probably notice throughout the deck, I run film because it is still OPO4. And I'm pretty confident that the next set has a lot of support for Doflamingo in OPO5. So we run 4 Bueno Festa. I think that's how you say it. Here's a 2k counter. He's actually in the STO5 deck, which is film. So you can only get this card in film deck unless you buy it separately. But you can search any film card off this search, does not Bueno Festa itself. So you can search any color film. So this is a really viable card to have in the deck to run consistency. I decided to run 3 Shikis, being a 2k counter, and it can be searchable by film. I don't play it, I don't use the trigger, it's just more in there for counter power, something I can grab off search, so it's not too bad of a card to have in there. Now this card's a really good card. This one is also in the film structure deck. I run 4 of these, it's a 1k counter power. So this is a neuter blocker, absolutely crazy card. So on block, -1 Don, and return it to the Don deck, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with 5 cost or less. So what I normally do with this card is, if I have a, which I'll speak about later in this video, well not later, probably down the track, you know, as I'll speak about with the event cards, I tend to use the restand event cards to restand my blockers also when I can block buff with the event restand. So when you block with her, right, you block with her, you minus your Don, you rested Don, you can rest one of the opponent's characters, use your event card also to restand and have another block and potential rest another character. So it's actually not too bad. The combo with this one is the 7 cost Luffy blocker into the Uta is a very, very, very viable play. I actually use it quite a lot like that. So yeah, I run 4 of the Uta blocker. Obviously we're going through purple right at this point in time. I have 2 of Guild. He's a no counter power, 5 cost. His ability is when attacking, -2 Don, draw 2, -2 Don back to the deck and draw 2 cards. So if you're low on cards, definitely good to fill your hand with. I only run 2, he's also film, he's also searchable. Now the last lot of stuff for purple is 3 Thunder Bagwas. So Thunder's pretty good. The trigger is add up to one of your Don cards from your deck and set it as active. The actual counter, make sure you have 2 Don standing, which your leader does, but if you need more, make sure you're conservative. You use 2 Don, up to one of your leader or character cards gains 4,000 power during this battle. Then if you have 2 or less life cards, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. So it ramps as well. Very good card to have. Alright, now we're going on to the green. I've got 4 sugars in the deck. Now, sugar is a really painful card for the opponent. I absolutely love this card. So it only costs 2 to play, and it has a 1k counter. The on-play ability of this is rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. So if there is a blocker on board and you want to rest it and kill it, play out sugar, rest, and then you can kill it off. Even if someone's played out a different card, a character card, you can rest it and kill it off. But the best part about this is on your opponent's turn, right? Once per turn. When your opponent plays a character, if your leader has the Donquixote Pirates type, rest up to one of your opponent's characters, then rest this character. So if someone decides they want to play out that 10-drop Luffy 11k rush, you go, nah, rest, and you rest your character and that card they just played out. So it becomes null and void. They can't use it. So definitely a good card to have in the deck for sure. I like the shenanigans of this. So as you will probably see with green, there is a few Donquixote stuff and mostly films so I can search it. I run I run 4 Tony Chopper. He's a 2-cost, 2k power. His ability is attach 1 Don, so times 1 Don. When attacking, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a 2 cost or less. I don't really use him for his ability that much. He's more just there for counter power, and he's searchable in films, so very decent card to have in your deck. Always make sure you do have some 2k counter power in there. Otherwise, less counter power makes it very hard for you to stick your win, you know what I mean? Like, very hard. I run 4 of these Nami cards. She is a no counter power but cost of 3. She is film. On play or when attacking, you rest 1 Don. Look at the top 3 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 film type card other than Nami and add it to your hand, then place the rest to the bottom of the deck in any order. So I run 4 of these. So this and Buena Festa are really good to search your film. So both of these cards you can grab film off. I'll also put in the video what cards you can grab off these that I have in the deck. I have 3 Brook. It is also a film. He's a 4-cost 1k. His on-play ability is play 1 film or Straw Hat type character with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. So he's really good. So the other combo would be to play your 7-cost Luffy blocker into your 4-cost into your 4-cost Brook, which then allows you to play out Nami. So you're paying 7 to play 3 characters out. So that would be your other combo to play with these cards. I actually much rather the Luffy into the Uda blocker. Double blocker on board is definitely good to have. Now, these are actually really decent. So this is Diamante. He's a Donquixote's pirate, so he's not searchable. He's a 5-cost, 6k, 1k counter power. He is a blocker. He works hand in hand like the kid blocker does out of the structure deck, except he costs that little bit less. So he costs 2 less and he's 1,000 power less. But his ability is, as long as you have 1 Don under him at the end of the turn, if you have 2 or more active Don cards, set this character as active. So you're about to end your turn, you played something out. Dofi's ability is to restand 2 of your rested Don, so make 2 of your Don as active. That will allow you to restand him after you've had a swing. Once you've used him to attack an opponent. As long as there is 1 Don underneath him, he will restand at the end of every turn. So very good card to have and a little bit cheaper than Kit. We have 4 of the Luffy blocker. So the Monkey D Luffy blocker has no counter power. He's a 7-cost. but his on-play ability is play up to one film or Straw Hat Crew type character card with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. So this is where you can play out your Uda alongside your Monkey D. Luffy. So you're paying 7 for 2 blockers. You can't go wrong there, especially if you really need to put blockers on board to protect yourself. Definitely a good combo to have. Definitely crazy. All right, now we're going into the Dofi. So Dofi is a 10 cost, 10k power, no counter power, and I run 4 of these. His ability is, on play, up to a total of 3 of your opponent's rested leader and character cards will not become active in your opponent's next refresh turn. So that means, guys, this gets played out against you. You've got 3 cards resting. Those cards must stay rested when it comes to that opponent's refresh phase. They cannot refresh, they can't restand. Yeah, so that really puts a dampener in the opponent's gameplay for sure. Definitely a viable card to have in the deck. Definitely does some shenanigans. Now we're going on to the event cards. So the event cards are really good. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. I run 3 Paradise Waterfalls, so it's a 1 cost counter. Your leader or one of your characters gains 2,000 power during this turn, then set one of your characters as active. So you block with Uda, right? Let's say they're swinging at you for 6. You block with Uda. You minus your Don to rest their card. You play out Paradise Waterfall. That brings her up to 7. Then you can restand her if you needed a block again. So a very good card to have. Very good combination to use. To restand blockers so you can have extra blocking power with attacks coming at you. And its trigger off life is KO one of your opponent's rested cards with a 4 cost or less. So that actually works as well. Actually a decent card. Now I run 3 of the Spiderweb, also a 2 cost counter. Up to one of your leader or characters gains 4,000 power during this battle, then set up to one of your characters as active. So same sort of thing again. You can block, use this, restand. And especially if you've got multiple attacks coming at you and you know you can do that combination to get out of life being taken, definitely try it out. It's actually really, really fun. And its trigger is up to one of your leaders gains 2,000 power during this turn. So definitely another good card to have in the deck. So the final card, which is really decent, is called Punk Gibson. So Punk Gibson is another counter and is a 2 cost. Well, it's a 2 cost. Your leader or one of your characters gains 4,000 power during this battle, then rest one of your opponent's characters with a 4 cost or less. So you can counter for up to 9 if they're attacking lead. If they're only attacking lead with 8, or you're going to have to counter with some extra counter. And then you can rest one of their characters' blockers that is 4 cost or less. So it's actually a pretty viable card. On trigger, it's rest one of your opponent's characters. So you can rest any cost character off trigger. So I suggest just giving it a try out, see how it goes. I will put the list in this video, and then we'll go on doing a match with the Dofi deck and see how it actually stands up. Okay guys, so this is the deck list to make it a lot easier for you guys to have a look what's in the deck, how many are in the deck. If you want to take something out to put something else in, give it a crack, see how it goes. I actually really enjoy playing this deck. Surprisingly, I didn't know how good it was, but now that I've got my head around the combos, it is absolutely amazing. So definitely try it out, even if it's on the sim at your locals. Let me know in the comments how you feel this deck goes, and we will cross to doing a match. Alright guys, we're going up against Kaido, a straight purple deck. Now this is going to be very interesting. Green, purple against a purple. I actually play a lot of Kaido too. It's actually quite fun. So I've got another searcher off a searcher. Okay, so we've got 3 Don. Can't really do too much. It doesn't matter if we do take a life. Let's just swing 8k. Either take a life or drop cards. Either way is still pretty good. Five. Let's take it. Good card to have for the field. So we've got... So we're going to draw Don. I'm going to select that, which means can't be KO'd in battle. That's fine. So we've got 3 left, which we can go 6 into lead, leaving us 4 to be restand. Gives us another for events. What's this card do? It's probably going to try and attack Sugar, which that's fine. For 7. They seem to like to really get rid of Sugar. Draw. Draw for turn. We're at 7. Okay. Still don't see any blockers yet. So we'll attack for 7. We'll do that combo. Play at the 4 to play out 3. Gives 2 characters on board. And I still have an event. We'll play at the 4 to play at the 3 to use that to grab a 2k counter and return and end turn. So we still get 2, so we can pick either that or 2 of them. Kaido is definitely a really good matchup, but when they get to 10 Don, bye-bye board. So we're going to try and hit life. When attacking, you may trash 1 card, add 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. So you'll be at 9. 5 into lead, which we can use to them. I'll go like that. Now, still got leader and probably that. Or they're going to play something else out. Drop a card. Come on, return your Don. Now, especially playing Kaido, you don't really want to go down too far in card power. Now, I've only literally got events in my hand. Now they're going to trash my life, which has really set them back. So that's good for me, not for them. That was a very too soon premature move on their part. So we'll go 7. Use. Take that. Return. So we only need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2, so if I play that out, I can then keep 2 standing to either do 2 of them or we'll attack that. And we'll play out Uda, end turn, gives us 4. We can either choose 2 of them and 1 of them. If we need. So they've only got 1 card in hand, they've trashed my life, and they've only got 2 Don cards. So they can do 2 5k swings, 3 5k swings, 2 6k swings, 5k swing, 7k swing. If I block with Uda, I can rest the blocker, which will be good for me. So they've made themselves very situational, especially because they do not have Island out yet. That makes it very hard on their part. So they're going a 7. We will go block, use, minus, rest. So we need to use that, choose that, resolve.
From the driest of lands comes the wettest of beers.
That was probably the best move I could make, so there was not going to be another attack coming through.
Friday sale, Natio candles and diffusers, $12. Kitchen Couture, dual view, 10-litre air fryer, $140.
Now it's back to my turn. Draw. Draw done. Okay, so we're at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack. 5. Attack. 5. Attack. 5. Use. Take that. Return. Attack. 5. See if they save it. That's what I wanted them to do. So now I've got enough for my events. They've got 4 Don. I can use her again and restand her again. So they can only go to 9, I can go to 11 at the moment. So if they swing with lead again, which they're not going to, I will go no blocker, use Paradise, restand, and resolve. So now they're probably going to go 9 with lead. Would be their smartest option, so they swung with that first. So what I need to do if they're going to do that is I'll block, use that, resting that, resolve. 5, no block, choose target, resolve. I don't know why you'd put 2 of them out. That does not make any sense. But you don't need to put 2 of them out for that. Alright, so draw. Draw for turn. Bingo. So we're at 9. So I'll go 7. Attack that. I'll use that. Deploy. Select target. That. And then end turn. Gives us 2 Don active. We still have 1 event. We have 3 blockers on board. They got 2 blockers, I can rest 2 of them, 1 life, 2 cards in hand, 3 Don to do anything with, they can't even trash my life. So them trashing that life was probably the game that hurt them, just because they didn't have Onigashima, and I would normally go stack your 7 on the lead, swing into mine, I'd take that second life, return the 7 Don, trash that last life, and if you got other stuff to swing with, I'd be doing that. So we're going to go draw card. Alright, so they've only got two blockers. So if we go 6, they're either going to counter or block. They're going to block. We'll go 6. use, take, return. So they're either going to block or use their counter. So they've got 2 counter power, 2 cards, 2 dons, so that's 9, and a blocker. Let's go 6. See what they do. They've got a block or counter. They block first. I can buff that up to 10. Alright, so they've only got blockers. So if I attack, they can only block 1 attack. So cancel, I have to take that. They'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onto Luffy and attack. And there we have it. That is a really smooth run, in my opinion, of Doflamingo. I think the person playing Kaido, the opponent, probably misplayed and probably played stuff out they didn't need to, which cost them the game. But that's how it runs. That's the combinations of it, the combos. I just find this deck a real fun deck to play. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Be sure to smash the like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. As I said in every other video, it's absolutely free. And comment down below what you think of this deck. I think it's absolutely amazing. But I will update you guys with some more gameplay on Doflamingo now that we've gone through the Doflamingo deck. Until next time, stay legendary.